Hi everyone, welcome back to Shrimp Mania. I'm just about to feed my shrimps, and in this video I want to talk about shrimp feeding, how much, how often, what type of food, everything I know I want to share with you. So here my mixed Caridina shrimp tank, and this tank is quite new. I just been cycled, and last week I put the shrimps here. So the shrimp doing well, and there's plenty of algae and biofilm growing on the glass here. So I'm gonna quickly talk about this as well. So I'm gonna give them some food, and today I'm gonna give them Shrimp King mineral food. And I really like to feed my shrimps with pellets, like this type of food. You can see it. So this is called pellet food. I think, yeah. So let me drop a little piece in this tank, and once the shrimp come to eat, I'm gonna show you and talk about this. So they should be quite hungry, even we have lots of algae and biofilm, they still like to eat just normal regular food. Okay, shrimp start to smell this food and they're coming to eat, yeah. They're all here, they're very active, very hungry. So the first thing I want to talk about is the colony size and the amount of food you need to give to your shrimps. So this tank is roughly about 90-liter tank, and the size of the colony here is approximately 100 shrimps. Plus minus, I would say. So for this tank size, you definitely need to feed them daily, because it's 100 shrimps. It's a decent amount of shrimps in the tank, and they're getting hungry every day. So even if you have plenty of algae and biofilm, like in my case, and you still need to give them just a normal food. Yeah, I'm a big fan of underground filtration, and I like to have underground filters in my tank with minimum amount of soil at the bottom. So you can see here lots of coffee pots around here, you can see them. So you can see I have a very thin layer of the soil, and that's why I don't use the feeding dish, because I don't need to worry about food getting inside my soil and rot. But if you have a thick amount of soil, for example like in this tank, it's just give you a little sneak peek of my tank which I'm cycling right now, and you can see I have a thick amount of soil in this tank. But I also have a little area I create for feeding. So it's kind of feeding dish, but it's like a built-in feeding dish. So what I did, I cut a strip of glass and I create a little area for shrimp to feeding. So this way you also don't need to worry about your food getting inside your soil and rot. Yeah, so this is another thing you need to consider. So when you feed your shrimps, definitely have a feeding dish if you have a thicker layer of the soil at the bottom of the tank. So next question is how much food you need to give to your shrimps. And the answer to this question is you need to observe your shrimps and see how long would it take them to finish the food. Yeah, if they finish this food within 3 hours, that's good amount. So the rule of thumb, you want your shrimps to finish your food within 2 to 3 hours, and that's enough food for them. And guys, don't overfeed your shrimp tanks. Don't give your shrimps more food they needed. If after 3 hours you still see some food in your tank, and the shrimp's not interested to eat that, so take it out, don't leave it in your tank, because that's create a lot of pollution and excess of nitrate. And guys, if you have a thick layer of soil and you overfeed your tanks, it's very high risk of planaria to get to your tanks. Planaria normally come when you overfeed your tanks, especially when you overfeed with animal food, because planaria like animal-based food. So this is another benefit to have a thin layer of soil, because when you have a thin layer of soil, you don't need to worry about planaria, because planaria like to live underneath of the soil and multiply there. And if you have a thin layer of soil, planaria will like to be in your tank. So that's another good thing, unless maybe planaria can live inside the underground filter, but I'm not sure about this. But you probably need to overfeed your tank a lot to get your planaria into your tank. So try not to overfeed your tank to avoid the planaria as well. Another type of food I want to talk about is baby food. So baby food is basically a powder food which you just dose in your tank. It also can be good for adult shrimps. What is good about this food is this food get everywhere. So because your babies, they don't move too much, and they can be just sitting in the corner somewhere, and this food can get everywhere in the corners as well. So it could be accessible for your baby shrimps. I don't normally use baby foods because I have lots of biofilm and algae growing on the surface of the glass. And if you want to know how to grow this biofilm on the glass, just watch my videos on my Shrimp Mania channel. I have plenty of tips and tricks how to do that. So if you have a lot of biofilm and algae, you don't have to feed your shrimps with baby food. But if you have a clean glass and you think you have not enough biofilm And if you see a lot of berry shrimps and if you see some babies, so definitely use some baby food in your tanks. And guys, this has always happened when I start to feed my shrimps. They always drag this food to the another side of the tank. Let's just take it somewhere close. So it's just here. It's fine. And guys, why I like the pellets food? Because this pellet food, it starts to break in the tank to little pieces, and this can be accessible to many shrimps. So they can come, like all the adults can come and grab the food, then break it, and then all the babies can just stay next to it. Like little babies can just stay next to it and catch some particles of food, because this is easy to break. And this is what I like. I don't like the food like a, you know, like a solid food, which very difficult to break in the tank, and then shrimps fight for that and they cannot break it, and the babies cannot access to that food. So that's only designed for adult shrimps. And it's okay if you have a little population in your tank. The solid food is okay, because they all can come and just take some pieces from that. But if you have a large colony like this one, so you probably want the food which can be break easily in your tank. Another question is how often is to feed your shrimps. So I would say if you have many shrimps and they hungry, so I feed them every day, like daily, once a day. But if you don't have many shrimps and you have lots of biofilm and algae in your tank, and then you might feed them like twice a week, maybe even once a week, yeah, depending on the population. Again, just see how long would it take them to finish the food. If they finish the food within 2-3 hours, then feed them every day. If they don't finish the food within 3 hours and they don't come to eat, that means they're not hungry. That means you might have a lot of algae and biofilm inside your tank, and your shrimps are happy there and they're not very hungry. Also guys, I want to mention about almond leaves or any other type of leaves. So they work good for shrimps if you think like you don't have enough biofilm and you want to put some extra grazing materials inside your shrimp tank. So the almond leaves works very good. They also great holiday food. If you go on holiday, just put a few leaves in your tank and that's give your shrimps some extra food while you're away. They're gonna graze on these leaves, so that just give you a peace of mind. Yeah. Okay guys, my next tank which I want to feed is another mixed tank. Yeah, I have lots of mixed tanks, guys. So here I want to give them another type of food, and I have here some food from Mark's shrimp tanks. Yeah, and it's called nettle mix. I didn't try it for quite some time, and yeah, I know that it's made with nettle, and that's good. Nettle is good for shrimps. Shrimp food contains nettle protein, beta-G, soya, clay, spirulina. Okay, that's good mix. So let's try this food in this tank. Yeah. So let's take a look at the food. Yeah, so this is a little green color food. Very, very light, guys. It's not heavy at all. So it feels very light. Okay, so let's grab one piece, quite big one, this one. I think it's quite a lot of shrimps. And then give it to our shrimps. Oh, I forgot, yeah. This food is very difficult to sink, you know, guys. So I think you just need to shake it a little bit, like this, and it should sink now. No, it's not sinking. Okay. Okay. Is it sinking now? No, it's not. Mark, come on, just make your food which is sink. It's not fish food, it's a shrimp food, yeah? So that's the downside. So it's a good food, guys. It contains lots of good stuff. So the problem is it's not sinking very well, yeah. So let's shake it a little bit more. I think you see it's like an oxygen coming from it. It's very poor. So it's have like a pores inside, and that's why probably it's not sinking. No, it's still not sinking. Let's try again. Let's shake it. You know? No, it's not sinking. Okay, what should we do then? It's almost ready. You see? Oh, I think I need just to give it to my shrimps, and my shrimps will hold it in place. Mark, it's a good topic for your video. How to sink my food. Yeah, that's a good one. Come on, no. Okay, is it? Oh, look at that. Even float with the shrimps. Oh my god. Oh, this big shrimps. Big shrimp, take it. Hold it, please, for me. No.
2 hours later.
Yeah, one piece is still floating, but one is breaking to two pieces, and one is floating. Yeah, take it. Okay, yes, finally, guys. Nice, I'm so happy. I think it's a lot of particles already sink down, because I tried to shake it and it started breaking. So the shrimps grab these particles. They're not interested in the big one. I don't think, guys, they like it, to be honest with you. You see, oh, they start to float again. Come on, oh my god. Even start to float. You see, one more here, but only one shrimp eating that. I don't think they're interested at all in this food. Yeah, so the one foot floats somewhere. The one foot is still there, but they're not very interested. Okay, let's give them a proper food, a Shrimp King mineral, and see how they react. At least it sinks straight away. And here you go. I think they like the Shrimp King a little bit more, so they're enjoying this now. They're not too hungry, and you know what's happened when I shake this mark shrimp tank's food. Little particles sink down to the bottom of the tank, and the shrimp start to eat them. So they're busy of eating of that little pieces of food which came out from when we shake it. And also I want to mention what type of what brand of food I'm feeding. It's the brand food. It doesn't matter, whatever you like, whatever your shrimps like. I like Shrimp Kings for now, but maybe I change my mind. Maybe later I try another food and like another brand, for example. But what important is, guys, is to feed different food every day. So having, like, for example, 5, 6, 7 different type of foods and feed every day different food. And guys, the shrimps, they like human. They don't like to eat the same food every day. They like some kind of alternatives. Yeah, so every day they want to eat something different. And I normally have like 5 or 7 different type of foods. Some of them contain minerals, some of them contain more vegetables, some of them contain more proteins and things like that. So I feed them just daily different food. I don't track which food I give them every day, just random. For example, I don't remember I feed them Shrimp King minerals. I don't remember when, so it probably was a long time ago. So today I give them Shrimp King minerals, and then tomorrow I might give them like proteins or something. So yeah, so make sure you feed your shrimps different food daily. That's also important, I think. But I don't think it's very important the food contains. It's important to give them some minerals and vitamins, but normal food, like commercial food, you feed your shrimps, they normally contain a lot of good stuff inside.